The 145th anniversary of Girmit Day is being celebrated across Fiji and New Zealand this week. It marks the arrival of Girmit indentured labourers from India to Fiji under British Colonial Rule on May 14, 1879. More than 60,000 people from India were brought to Fiji to work in the sugarcane plantations, enduring extreme hardship in a foreign land. While some returned, many chose to stay and call Fiji their home by raising families, working and contributing to the Fiji economy and its overall growth. The term Girmit is coined from the word agreement, the binding document between the workers and the British. They are collectively referred to as Girmites. I spoke with the president of Fiji Girmit Foundation, Krish Naidu, about the debate around the Girmit identity and why Girmites want to be officially recognised by the New Zealand government as Pacific people.
Having a common day where we have a public holiday allows everyone in Fiji and the diaspora globally to reflect on Girmit and what Girmitians have contributed towards Fiji and the descendants of Girmitians. So I think it's also a way to basically acknowledge their contribution, but also to bring people together, that we are one community and our ancestors work really hard to provide Fiji what it is today. So we are hoping that the Girmit Day, the annual holidays, continue to bring the community together, to unite the community together as one nation, and to recognize, appreciate, but also to celebrate our diversity and differences.
What change needs to happen for Fijian Indians to be recognised and classified as Pacific? Is that something that you're for, or would you rather they be classified as Asian? Because right now most Fijian Indians don't get access to the same benefits as many Pasifika do. Some universities are changing things, but it does come down to a government level recognising whether people in the Girmit community are Pacific or not. So having those tough conversations and figuring out their own identity, how do they move forward?
Yes, identity is a personal thing for a lot of people, but as a community, you also have a collective identity. And, we are proud to have Indian heritage. We're proud of our roots to India. And we're also proud that our ancestors have grown, contributed, and even died in Fiji. For a lot of our people, we have very strong emotional connection to Fiji and to the Pacific. The key question really is, regardless of whether you call yourself a Indo-Fijian or a Fijian, what is the role of a ministry Pacific? And who is the Ministry of Pacific for? Are Fijian Indians also part of the ministry? Can we access support? Can we access resources? Are we part of the policy making? And that is something which needs a clear answer, and hopefully the current government will give that answer.
Do you believe that should change? It sounds like you do.
In reality, there's different thoughts on this. In reality, we also have a blended identity. We have, depending on your definition of identity, ethnicity, we can fit in a number of areas. We can comfortably fit in the Pacific, but we also have a Indian heritage. So we have links to India through our ancestors. And when it comes to the classification with the census, Fijian Indians or Fiji Indians at the moment are being classified as Asians. And hopefully, once the results are out from the last census, there is a process which Tax New Zealand can put up to ensure that if they have, ticked or identified themselves Fiji Indians, that it gets recognized. There's two different issues here. One is about the Ministry of Pacific, and the other issue is the general debate around identity. Some people also say we are not Fijians or Fijians, we're all Fijians. There's that going on as well. So there's an identity thing going on. At the same time, there is this Ministry of Pacific. Who are they for? We all acknowledge that people have a right to choose whatever they want. We all understand that. But the broader question is that, I can also take Chinese if I want, but it doesn't make me Chinese, you know what I mean? Broader question is that Fiji Indians who are descendants of migrants from the Pacific, why can't they be part of the Pacific community? There are people who are taking Fijian in the census form that includes Fijian Indians. Then the ministry take to use the policy making, which already includes our people, for those who have ticked the Fijian box. Because our people are identifying themselves in three ways: Indian, Fijian Indian, and one Fijian. So some Fijian Indians we have talked to during the census and after census, they've said, we've ticked Fijian because in Fiji, everyone is a Fijian now. It's a nationality. So there are people who are confused between nationality and ethnicity. Then there are some people, all the people we talk to, and they said, oh, we are proud Hindustani Indian. And then some people have identified themselves as Fijian and Fijian Indian. Our data is sitting across these three identification areas, which makes it difficult to pull the accurate statistic around our people. It will be interesting to see if the census result, which comes out this month, is the Fijian numbers higher than the Fijian Indian numbers. Because we know that Fijian Indians are more in this country than Fijians. But if most of our people have ticked Fijian, then we'll see the difference